Whoa. What's going on, guys? It is Bernardo, and you just saw a quick unboxing on the Lenovo Legion Tower 5i gaming desktop. This guy is a beast. Holy moly, I'm looking at the graphics card right now. It is see-through panel. Oh, can you feel the energy right now of this machine? It's not even turned on, and I can feel the power. Oh, all right, I'm gonna stop nerding out right now. Let's go over some of the ports and features on this particular machine. So let's get right into it. All right, so let's take a look at some of the ports and features on Lenovo's Legion Tower 5i. So let's start at the top. So at the top, we have two 3.2 Gen 1 USB ports. We have one headphone jack, a microphone jack, and you have your power button. All right, so let's turn this guy around and look at the back. Oh, pretty heavy. There we go. All right, so on the back side, you have your lighting switch right here. You have two 2.0 USB ports. You have one 3.2 USB Type-C port, Gen 2. You have two additional 3.2 Gen 1 USB ports right here. Right here, you have two more 2.0 USB ports. Right next to that, you have your RJ45. You have your audio connectors. Now, underneath the audio connectors, we have our graphics card. This model right here has the GTX 470 graphics card, which contains one HDMI and then 3 display ports. And then last but not least, we have our power supply, which is around 500 watts. What's going on, guys? Day 2 with the Legion Tower 5i. On day 1, we went over all the ports and features. We went over some of the items that came inside the box. We did the quick unboxing. Today is all about setting up a monitor, keyboard, a mouse, booting it up. But before we even do that, I want to open it up and show you what's actually inside, all the parts. And I have my trusty little pocket little camera so we can like deep dive into it. Once we do that first, we're going to set it up with all the peripherals and boot it, log in, and look at some of the specifications. So let's get right into it. All right, so on the back side, you have 2 screws right here. We're going to remove the panel so we could take a deep dive and look of the parts inside of the Legion Tower 5i. So we're just going to unscrew this guy. It does not remove. With one hand, I'm going to slide it towards me. And bingo, there it goes. And make sure you take care of this guy. And there, that's how it looks inside. All right, let's take a closer look. All right, nice. So on the front side, we have 2 120 fans, which is around 4.7 inches. On the back side, you also have another 120. The CPU heatsink, I think this is a 120 as well. This guy is a beast. Loving the Legion logo. I don't know if you guys can see it. There we go. Oof. You got 4 DIMM slots. 2 of them are occupied right now with, I think, 16 gig sticks. You got your GeForce RTX 4070 graphics card. Look right here. This guy right here is the Wi-Fi adapter. That's awesome. For the hard drive, like if you really look right there between the graphics card and the heat sink, that Lenovo kind of label, that is your solid state drive. Cool. Now the power supply is located right here. I do have to remove this screw and this screw to take a look at the other side of the tower. So let's get into that. All right, so I just removed the other panel on the Tower 5i. You have a 500 watt, 80 plus power supply. Cabling is off the hook, nice and neat. You have 2 cradles right here, which allows you to hook up hard drives. All right, so I'm going to put the panels back on the Tower 5i. We're going to hook it up with a monitor, keyboard, and a mouse, and power it on. Time to set up. All right, setting up the mouse, the keyboard. Going to go behind the Tower 5i and set up the cabling. All right, so I just finished hooking up a keyboard, a mouse, and a monitor into the Legion Tower 5i. It is time for us to power it on. Power button is located right here at the top. So let's press it. As soon as you press it, you see like the inside, it glows. Eventually, the front panel where you see the Legion kind of branding lights up. So beautiful. It's just gorgeous. You guys do recall on day one, we went over some of the ports and features. On the back panel, there is a lighting switch. Let me see if I could locate it right now. Okay, found it. This button right here in the back allows you to control the lighting. When you press it once, it turns everything off except the graphics card. If you press it again, it turns it on. And I think if you press it one more time, the LED lights inside turns off, but the logo does not turn off. But if you press it again, turns it off. If you press it again, turns everything on. I'm going to leave it as is. Awesome. It looks like it finished booting. Oh, sorry. The lighting is so distracting. All right. So we're on the desktop, and let's check out the specifications on this particular machine. Oh, yeah. Sorry. All right. So on the keyboard, I'm going to hold down the control key, shift, and hit escape. It's going to bring up the task manager. Let's go into performance. I'm going to open this window up a little bit. Awesome. Let's go inside the CPU. Within the CPU, I'm going to right click on it, and I'm going to go to change graph to logical processor. Wow. So this particular machine right now is running a 13th gen Intel Core i7 13700F processor with a base speed of 2.10 gigahertz, one socket, 16 cores, 24 logical processors. Holy moly, it is a beast. Now, for memory, it does have 16 gigs. I want to apologize because when we were actually looking at all the parts, I thought the sticks were actually 16 gigs pieces, 32 gigs, but they actually 8 gigs a piece, giving us 16 gigs in total. Cool. Solid state drive, which is around 1 terabyte. That's pretty big. And then you have the NVIDIA GeForce RTX 4070 graphics card. Now, one of the cool advantages of this particular machine is that Lenovo, let's close the task manager up, is Lenovo hooks you up with the Lenovo Vantage application. Within here, once you load it up, you're able to overclock your GPU, boost your network, as well as change your thermal mode. Now, from here, thermal mode for me is set to performance, but if I click on it, it allows you to do performance mode, balance mode, or quiet mode. It's all up to you. So balance mode is not that bad, depending on what you're doing. If you're really playing like hardcore gaming, I would definitely go for performance mode. Hands down, the way to go. If you want to overclock your GPU, just slide it, and the machine itself will overclock it correctly for you. If you really want to deep dive into it, you are able to click on the socket, and within the socket, it's going to give you a warning. If you click on proceed, you're able to adjust the GPU clock offset as well as the VRAM clock offset of your GPU. Again, if you know what you're doing, play around with it. If not, leave it alone and just slide it to your right to enable it and just let the machine do its thing. I'm going to disable the GPU overclock because I don't need it right now, so disable that. For my thermal mode, I'm actually going to do balance because I'm not gaming at all. So switch it to balance, close that up. Now, you are able to control the lighting, so let's scroll down a little bit. It is set to profile 1. You are able to customize 3 profiles. The first one is off. It just turns everything off, right? Except the graphics card. Profile 1, everything lights up with the RGB color scheme. Number 2 looks like it's configured to 1 like icy blue configuration. This is really nice color. I really like this color. And then 3, it looks like it just turns off and it jumps in between each stage. It looks like 3 stages. Pretty freaky. But let's go back into number 1. And if you click on customize, this is where you're able to customize your effects. If you click on the drop-down menu, you only have static, flicker, and breathe. You're able to configure it the way that you want it and also control the brightness. So this is pretty cool. What's going on, guys? Day 3 with the Legion Tower 5i, and I actually have it turned off right now. So I'm going to launch the Lenovo Vantage, and I'm going to turn on the lighting because it's so awesome in the background. Cool. Let's minimize that. So today is all about going over the pricing, a couple of little things that I missed on day 1 and day 2, and gaming. I brought in my Ninja monitor. I'm going to hook it up so I could record everything on this. And then we could end the review on the Legion Tower 5i. All right, so I set up my external monitor right here. Awesome. I set it up to do a duplicate, so I'm able to record and do all that good stuff with you guys. So the first thing that I want to talk about on the Legion Tower 5i is the pricing. So I am going to open up Chrome, and this is the model that we have. Starting price is $921.49. Now, what do you get with that price? So let's expand, see more. And this is everything that you get. 16 gigs. You get a RTX 3050, 8 gigs graphics card, a 13th gen i5 processor. It's not that bad. I mean, that's really good for that price line. Now, the highest price for this machine is around $2,000. Now, what do you get for $2,000? Let's expand that. For $2,000, you're definitely going to get the processor that I have, right? I'm going to do a Control-Shift-Escape, and I'm going to go into performance, and that is the i7 13700F processor, and it's the same one here. RTX 4070, 12 gigs, that's what we have. 16 gigs of memory. I do have the 1 terabyte solid state drive. If I want to reduce that 1 terabyte, I could go to 512 gigabytes, and that's going to cost me around $1,600. So you save around $400. Also, keep in mind, you got taxes and shipping and handling. The price is going to go a little higher than that. But the price tag for this machine is not that bad. Now, one of the things that I missed on day 1 and day 2 is at the top of the tower, you are actually able to hook up a dual 120 fan module to keep it even cooler. You know, you got the 2 in the front, you got 1 in the back, and then you definitely got that additional 120 fan on the processor. So a lot of fans to keep this guy nice and cool. All right, so let's conclude our video with playing some games. I'm going to play Street Fighter and Overwatch. I haven't played Overwatch for a while. Street Fighter, I think the last time I played was about a month ago. But those are the 2 games that I'm going to play. Don't get me wrong. This machine is capable of doing video editing. I haven't done that with this review because, come on, look at the specifications, the processor, the memory, the solid state drive, the graphics card. And the graphics card is the only one that's being used on this machine. So you don't have like a hybrid. You don't have the Intel graphics card and then the NVIDIA. All you have is the NVIDIA. That's all you have. So if I do a Control-Shift-Escape and I go inside performance, you see that we only have GPU 0, not GPU 0 and 1. So the machine is going to utilize this graphics card for everything. So me doing Premiere, Photoshop, InDesign, or After Effects, or DaVinci, I think this machine is capable of handling all those applications with no problem. So we're definitely going to do a little gaming. Now, for the heck of it, of this video, I am actually going to launch the Lenovo Vantage app, and I am going to switch the thermal mode. By default, it is set to balance. I'm going to change it to performance, right? Boost your computer performance with higher fan speed and power consumption. All right, we're going to definitely have that enabled. Let's close that up. And I'm definitely going to slide the GPU overclock to your right. I'm definitely going to enable the network boost, so I'm going to slide that to your right. When I enable the GPU overclock, these 2 sliders over here kind of change orange and they're glowing with some thunderbolts. So that's pretty cool and awesome. I don't have to go into BIOS and overclock or do anything. the machine is going to do it for me. So let's minimize this. And the first game that we are going to play would be Street Fighter. So let's launch Street Fighter up. It's launching. And yes, I am using an Xbox controller because that's how I game with my PCs, right? Don't yell at me. All right, so let's go for it. Now, the monitor that I'm using right now is not a gaming monitor, is a really standard Dell monitor. But imagine getting one of those monitors with a high refresh rate, maybe curve. It will look beautiful. Now, this monitor is actually hooked up using a DisplayPort. So it's a display to display, but the graphics card does have an HDMI, which my external monitor is actually utilizing right now. So yeah, so we are going to do random. There we go. That's what I wanted. Yeah. KO. Yes. Woo. Now let's do this one more time. Ooh. There we go. There we go. Oh. Ooh. No, 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 no. No, no, no. Ooh. Ooh. Yes. Yes. All right, so we just finished Street Fighter. We're going to play Overwatch 2. Graphics on Street Fighter was amazing. I'm guessing Overwatch would be the same. Super smooth. I haven't played Overwatch 2 for a long time, so I'm going to go into play. And I don't know what I got. I don't know who to pick. Oh, someone got me. Should revive me. Oh, someone caught me again. Yes. Oh, someone got me again. Holy moly. We definitely lost on that one. Oh, well. All right, so we just finished playing 2 video games. Overwatch 2, which I sucked. Street Fighter, I did pretty well. But overall, the machine is able to handle a lot. And that's just basic settings. I didn't tweak anything. I think the only thing that I did was just enable GPU overclock and the network boost within the Lenovo Vantage application. That's it. And it performed really well. The machine is able to handle a lot price-wise. It's great. $1,000 for basic stuff. If you're willing to spend, $2,000 to get it maxed out to the way that I have it, and it's only for 16 gigs. I mean, you're able to bump up the memory. Go for it. Overall, the machine is great. I would definitely get this than building my own machine because with this graphics card alone and getting a pretty nifty graphics card and getting the RGB stuff and the fans and everything, you're going to spend a little bit more than $2,000 if you're building it. Now, if you're not building it and you just want a machine with all this type of hardware off the bat, definitely go with this guy. $2,000, why not? And all you have to do is just bump up the memory a little bit more. You have the 2 extra bays to insert more hard drives. That's up to you. But I really enjoyed reviewing this machine for you guys. Hopefully you guys enjoy this video, and I catch you guys on the next one. Peace out.